Hello viewers, welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up the dashboard Web UI in your Kubernetes cluster. I already done a video on Kubernetes dashboard, but one of the user who recently tried my video mentioned that it wasn't working anymore. So I decided to do this video again. I tested it again yesterday, but it wasn't working. As you know, Kubernetes is fast growing, it's rapidly changing. The things that I'm showing you today might not work in a couple months time. So I've decided to do this video again, but this time the process is going to be slightly different. And if I take a look at my original video, and if I want to search for my video in YouTube, I usually prefix just me so that it gets my Kubernetes videos. Just me, Kubernetes dashboard. So this video here, Cube 5 install Kubernetes Dashboard Web UI, which I did like 11 months ago. It won't work today as of now, which is October 2019. So I'm going to show you the new process. And this one, when I was doing this video, the Kubernetes version was 1.12.3, and now I've got a cluster with version 1.16.2. kubectl version -- short 1.16.2. kubectl get nodes. Yep, 1.16.2. Okay, so now let's see how to set up dashboard. For that, I'm going to git clone my Kubernetes repository. So git clone github.com, just me, an open source Kubernetes. I'll put a link to my GitHub repository in the description if you want it. And if you want to get a Kubernetes cluster, you can use my Vagrant scripts to provision your cluster. It will provision you with one master node and 2 worker nodes, or if you've got your own cluster, you can still follow this video. cd to Kubernetes, cd to dashboard, ls. So these are the list of manifest, the YAML files that I originally used for this video. But for this video, we're no longer going to use all these YAML files except this one. So this one is for the service account that we are going to create and we are going to use to log into our dashboard. And if I quickly show you what's in there, it's just a simple service account, and the name is dashboard admin, and we are deploying this service account in the kube system namespace, and we are doing a cluster role binding to give it a cluster admin privilege, basically admin privilege. It will have full access to our cluster. Alright, so now let's go ahead and install the dashboard. kubectl get namespace. So these are the default namespaces that you get when you deploy your cluster. Kubernetes Dashboard UI. So from the kubernetes.io website, I'm looking at the web UI and how to install it. So we have this YAML file, the manifest, that we can download and install. Alright, let's copy that and paste it here. Cool, so it has deployed as a namespace, a service account, a config map, cluster role binding. First, let's see if we are able to use this service account, Kubernetes dashboard. I guess we won't be able to access all the resources using this service account. So that's the reason I'm going to use my own service account with cluster admin privilege to log into the dashboard. But first, let's see if we can log in using this Kubernetes dashboard service account. Right now, if I do kubectl get namespace, you can see Kubernetes dashboard namespace. kubectl -n Kubernetes dashboard get all. So we have our metrics scraper and the actual Kubernetes dashboard pod, and both of them are exposed as service. Alright, so now in order to access the dashboard, we can do one of two things. We can either edit this service, change that to node port, and then we can access it using node port, or we can use port forwarding to access it. So I will show you both the ways. First, let's look at port forwarding. Alright, for that, kubectl -n Kubernetes. So first we need to find out what port this Kubernetes dashboard is actually running. So the service is exposed on port 443, but the actual pod might be running it on a different port. So for that, I'm going to look at the details of this Kubernetes dashboard service. kubectl -n Kubernetes Dashboard, describe service Kubernetes Dashboard. And if you take a look at the endpoint, so that's the IP address of the pod here. So this pod here has the IP address 192.168.136.66 and the target port is 8443. So we are going to hit the port 8443 on this pod. Alright, so for that, kubectl -n Kubernetes Dashboard, port forward, and the pod is Kubernetes Dashboard, whatever it is, this pod here. And then we are going to use the local port 8000 on our local host machine, and then the target port will be 8443. Alright, so now our proxy is running. We should be able to access the dashboard by going to localhost :8000. It won't work. That's because it's a HTTPS site. So use HTTPS. Cool. So that's our website. That's our Kubernetes dashboard we have here. And shortly I will show you how to access the token to log into the dashboard. Okay, let's close that. Let's also close this port forwarding. So now let's see how to use node port service. So I'm going to edit the Kubernetes dashboard service. kubectl -n Kubernetes dashboard, edit service Kubernetes dashboard, and in here change the type from cluster IP to node port. And then if you just save it, it will create and it will start the service in a random node port. But if you want to specify a node port, you can do that. Node port 32323, for example. Save that. kubectl -n Kubernetes dashboard, get service. Cool, our Kubernetes dashboard is now running as node port service on 32323. And my IP address of the worker nodes are kubectl get nodes -o wide. So it is 172.42.42.101 and 102. So that's k worker 1 and that one is k worker 2. I've added that to my etc host file, so I should be able to access it using the DNS name. Make sure to use HTTPS k worker 1 or k worker 2, and then the port is 32323. Cool. So that's our dashboard. Okay, so now I'm going to use the token, and let's see if we can use the token for the service account that the dashboard actually created. kubectl -n Kubernetes dashboard get service account. So this service account Kubernetes dashboard, kubectl -n, let's describe that service account to grab what token it uses. Kubernetes -n, sorry, kubectl -n Kubernetes dashboard, describe service account Kubernetes dashboard. Alright, so the token or the secret is this one here. Let's copy that secret. So that secret will have the actual token. Okay, and now let's do kubectl -n Kubernetes dashboard, describe secret, and paste that secret. Cool, so that's our token. Let's see if we have got access to the dashboard using this token here. Copy that. No, I missed the Q. Let's copy that again. This time I missed E. I think I have again missed E. Copy and paste it. Okay, sign in. Cool, so that's our dashboard. That's looking fine. If I click default, no, nothing, and you can see here 5683 and all sorts of errors. So it says Config map is forbidden user. Kubernetes dashboard service account user doesn't have permission to do any of these. So that's why we need to create a service account and then assign a cluster role. So let's sign out. And now inside my GitHub directory, so sa cluster admin, and that one will define a service account called dashboard admin with the cluster admin role binding, cluster admin privilege. So let's deploy that. kubectl create -f sa cluster admin.yaml. Okay, so service account and cluster role binding created. Remember, we created this service account in the kube system namespace. So let's grab the token for that. kubectl -n kube system get service account. There's a lot of service account. The one we created is dashboard admin. That's here. Describe service account dashboard admin. Cool. So our secret is this one. Let's copy that secret and let's describe that secret. kubectl -n kube system describe secret. Cool. So now let's try and log in using this token. Paste it here, sign in. Cool. So now we should be able to see our dashboard. So these are all notifications from the previous login. Just remove all the notifications and we should be good to go. Alright, so that's our default namespace. Now you can see all the namespaces, and if you want to select all namespaces, so we have all our workloads and everything. Yep, so that's our dashboard. Nodes and the CPU and memory utilization is all coming from the metrics scraper. So you can see the requests and limits and everything. Cool. Yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to show you in this video. And if you're using version 1.16 Kubernetes cluster, follow this video. Right, I will see you all in my next video. Please share and subscribe. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Bye bye.